Hey guys! So, the next story about My Little Pony is mainly going to be about Rocky. This is going to be an interesting story. And so, I'm gonna have, be surprised about this. I'm gonna have Golden Waves in the story this time. Uh. Oh yeah, Sprout's gonna be in it, and Jazz too. Uh. Oh yeah, and Thunderflap. Yeah, I almost forgot about him. So, these five characters uh, are are mainly going to be in the story. So, how does this story start off? It starts off with Rocky and Jazz dating at Zephyr Heights. They wanted to go to Zephyr Heights and date there because the foods are expensive. They were eating like spaghetti, pizza, they were eating like calamari, uh, well, any kind of rich food. Probably all of that, or something else, but it's all rich. So then, anyways, they're on the date, they're dating in the table, and Jazz says to Rocky, "You know, Rocky, I am annoyed about something." And Rocky says, "Why, Jazz?" And then Jazz says, "I always cared for you and loved you and wanted to be with you, but you were barely anything like that. You're always going somewhere else after May Melody, doing other things, while I hang out with our friends and try to confess my love to you, and you had hardly done any of that." And then Rocky's like, "Well, Jazz, I'm trying, okay? It's just I don't know what you're gonna do that's gonna cause me to care for you, to love you much. I just don't know, honestly. I'm sorry." And Jess like, "It's okay, but it just gets annoying that you don't really do that." And Rocky's like, "Don't worry, Jazz. I will always love you and be with you for the rest of our lives." And Jazz is like, "All right, I can trust you on that." So, they continue eating. They probably were kissing when they were eating the spaghetti, whatever. And they went to bed. I don't know if it's at Jazz's house, Rocky's house, or they both have a house together. Alright, so they were in bed and they were like having conversations like Rocky's like Rocky says to Jazz that he has no idea um what he could do that would get him feeling bad for her or caring for her or loving her, anything like that. They started having conversations about that and other things. Then they were kissing. They were kissing on the bed as they were saying, "I love you, Jazz. I love you too, Rocky." They make out, kiss, but that doesn't mean they have children. They're not. I'm not gonna have that. Well, it's not a canon My Little Pony universe. I don't know if this is the same non-canon universe as the Posey story, but it's a non-canon My Little Pony universe, and I'm not gonna go there with the kids. No, they're not ready for that yet. I'm guessing Rocky had a condom over his dick while they were having sex. So, anyways. They went to work as usual, but then oh yeah, and also they would like go sleep date, whatever, have sex again, all of that. But one day, Jazz got kidnapped by these probationers, and and I'm gonna tell you about these probationers. They had they work at a probation where Sprout did his punishment for what he did to Sunny's lighthouse, and it's a different universe, but it's the same things that happen. Um, and also like I'm sorry, I'm trying to think like what they were doing. Like I guess they wanted revenge for getting punished. Uh, Hitch he noticed it, but he got sick, and so he had Thunderflap go into and visit. He sent Thunderflap to go to that place and investigate the place, that probation place, and investigate like where Jazz was at. Like she was, I guess she was. It was. Do you know that place where they had like like when Sunny was like saying that everyone owns this, it's all of ours. They had all this stuff inside the building. Jazz was going in there looking at that. She was interested, and she got kidnapped by these probationers that were working near that building, and these other ponies have no idea where they took her. They have no idea where the probationers are at to bring them into justice. So one day when Thunderblack came over there, like to investigate, Rocky is searching, has no idea where his mare friend is at. He's like, Jazz, where are you? Jazz, where are you? Something like that. And then he goes and meets Surfer Dude, and he's like, hey, Golden Waves, have you seen Jazz? I looked everywhere and she's gone. Or like this. Golden Waves, have you seen Jazz? I looked everywhere and she's missing. Or I searched everywhere and she's missing. So Golden Waves is like, oh really? I didn't know that. I'm shocked by this. I'm so sorry, Rocky. So Rocky's like, we need to find her and get these bad guys and bring them over here and put them on trial, sentence them. I don't care what bad happens to them, and we gotta find her. And like something like that he was saying. And Golden Waves is like, okay, I will help you, Rocky. But we must do something. We must find the clues, we must investigate, we must do all of that. But then they notice that Thunderflap is over there investigating. And not only that, but Sprout is also there. Golden Waves comes up to Sprout. Well, Golden Waves and Rocky come up to Sprout at the building while Thunderflap is inside the building investigating where she got kidnapped. So, how does this conversation go? How do we start this? Okay, so Sprout is like this. What is every pony doing here? I own this place. You all have no rights to come here. And then Golden Waves is like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Because we actually do have the rights to show up. Because this stallion lost his mare friend by these probationers that I assumed that you were supposed to watch. They took her, and now they and her are missing. And Rocky's like, yeah, this is actually important, Sprout. You're just gonna let her suffer and let her get killed by them? She's probably dead now. I don't know if she's still alive or not. So then Sprout is like, alright, okay, I agree. Fair point. But that doesn't excuse the fact that you ponies still have the rights to do this. And so, have rights to show up here. And Rocky's like, yes, we do. And didn't Sunny say that this is supposed to be everyone's place, not just yours? You don't just own this. No, no, no. He's like saying, you and this family don't just own this place anymore. And Sprout's like, well, I'm just gonna, like, have in my head still own this, just me and my family. Not every pony else. Golden Waste is like, listen, Sprout. I know that it is hard for you, that there are changes, but we must investigate. We must know what's going on and where she is. She could be hurt by now. Please? And so he lets, so then Sprout's like this. I have no idea where Jazz is at. I don't know where these bad guys are at either. Or I have no idea where Jazz and these bad guys are at. And then he comes up to... You're not going to believe this. Next thing he does, he comes up to Rocky and says, and your mare friend is dead. She got killed by the probationers somewhere else. Did Golden Waves not tell you that? And then that's when Rocky was like, he like turns Golden Waves after he was like, just turns around and like acts like this is true. And when he made Golden Waves turn around, Golden Waves was like something like that, or like, and so then that's when Sprout goes inside the building, and that's when, and then after that, then Rocky runs in there, and like he like charges in. He's like, and then Thunderflap is investigating, and when he sees Rocky charge in, and after Sprout, Thunderflap is like, Rocky! So they're holding on to each other. He's trying to prevent Rocky from doing this, doing whatever he's thinking he's going to do. And I'm guessing he knows that he's going to kill him because he ran in there like he's like saying, I'll kill him! And he's like, Rocky! And Rocky's like, did you know she's dead? Sprout killed Jazz. Or like this. No. Yeah. Cause he said that he had the probationers kill Jazz, so yeah. He's like, did you know she's dead? Sprout had the probationers kill Jazz. And so then Thunderflap is like, stay right there, Sprout. Don't go anywhere. I will have you arrested. And then Rocky's like, let me go, let me do this, I must do this, I must kill him. And so then Sprout's like, let him go. And then Rocky's like, yes, you should let me go. I must kill him. Or I will kill you, yeah. And Sprout's like, alright, go ahead and do it. And then you're prepared what comes after. You know the law states that anybody, whether it's self-defense, anybody, whether they did the murder for no reason or for revenge, they will go to prison. And they'll be tried and sentenced to life or death. So basically, if you do that to me, that is exactly what is going to happen to you. The law doesn't bend for justice. They only bend what is equal. So, are you going to listen to me? And so then Rocky's like, no. And so then he tries to charge. He tries to charge at him again, tries to kill him, but then Thunderflap holds on to him. And then that's when Golden Wave said, That's when Golden Waves came in the building, inside the building, and said, "Rocky, your mayor friend is still alive." And then that's when Thunderflap and Rocky were like, and then Rocky was like, "What?" And so Golden Waves said this. "I actually knew about this. I was searching, according to Hitch being sick. I am his close friend. I went over to Comet and looked through his crystal globe and see where Jazz is at. And she is fine and well, escaped from the probationers, and is at Zephyr Heights." Or, and then that's when Rocky was like, he like looks at Sprouts, like acts like that. I didn't hold on earlier. I didn't mean to say or. That is exactly what Golden Wave said. But then Rocky was just like looking at Sprout, and Golden Waves. They were like Sprout acts like that she's still alive, and he believes in all this, and like, and Rocky was like, "No, you're both liars." And so then Golden Waves is like, "No, Sprout likes to hurt Pony's feelings. I am perhaps guilty for not telling you where Jazz is at, for which I do apologize." And so then, that is when Thunderflap is like, "Rocky, look at me. Rocky, listen to me. There is still hope. Okay? She is still alive. I promise. Please, don't do this." And he's saying that, well, Rocky was looking at him like... And then after he was telling him all that, he then looks at Sprout, like... Or looks at Sprout and Golden Waves with that angry look, and he, like, gets off of Thunderflap, like, tries to escape, like, aggressively, like... But then he calmly stops. And then he, So then Rocky, goes to... Sorry, I'm stuttering. Rocky then flies away with Thunderflap, and they go and search for... and try to find, Jazz into Zephyr Heights. And Rocky is just... He's just angry about what these two ponies, like, not telling him, like, Golden Waves and Sprout. After they left, Golden Waves was like, "Well done, Sprout." And Sprout was like, "Thank you." And so Sprout is like, "I knew that I found a best friend who is on my side and feeling bad over me getting punished by Hitch for doing something that they thought was wrong and destroying Sunny's lighthouse." And Golden Wave's like, "Yes, and I have defended you and saved you from Rocky trying to kill you." So they had a conversation like all that, like... So basically in that conversation, Sprout was just like, you know, like, he's, like, explaining, like, he lied to, like, Rocky. Well, the Golden Waves knew about it, but they were like, "Well done. Yeah, I had lied to Rocky just so that I could upset him. And then go ahead and run to her." So then we have Zephyr Heights, where the two Pegasi characters went, and Thunderflap just smiles, and Rocky's like, Jess! And, like, she, like, runs to her and hugs her. And, you know, this is what makes him care for her and love her. He hugs her in tears, and Jazz is like, Rocky! I think they were running together. I think they were running, they're like, Jazz! Rocky! They were running to each other together, and they were in tears, hugging each other in tears. And Rocky's like, I'm sorry this happened. Or like this, I'm so sorry this had happened. Whatever, like, see, I'm sorry, it's one of the, no, not one of them, or whatever, it's exactly the words like, Penny's mother from Bolt said when Penny was, rescued. They then kissed each other, the couple kissed each other as they were finally reunited. And as for the probationers, they were kidnapped, they were arrested by Hitch once he was better, and then they went to prison instead of getting probation. Serves them right. And I don't know what happened to Sprout. I don't know if he got away with it or not for, like, you know, lying. I don't know if Golden Waves got away with it either. But that's, I guess, at the end of the story, or maybe the story ends there, but just in case, they dated, they were in bed, getting laid, all that, the couple. And so basically, and yeah, that's the end of that story. So, if you guys wanted to know that Golden Waves is a best friend to Rocky, he was defending him, and what I want to tell you about this why I want to say something after the story is because, Golden Waves likes being cruel. Like, he likes being cruel too. You cannot get past, you cannot get past through his, genuine expressions, even though he's, like, telling lies. He's, like, so calm, like, when he acts calm and tells you the truth of something, it'll make you believe it. Yeah, so, if you meet that Golden Waves and he tells you something like that, don't listen to him. Walk away from him. Don't listen to him, okay? The same thing with Sprout. Sprout is a piece of shit, alright? Making Rocky cry and try to kill him, like, that's not normal, Sprout. Fuck you for that, Sprout. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. And, stay tuned for more stories. Possibly more My Little Pony stories. I'll definitely do more My Little Pony stories. I meant possibly, like, sooner. That's what I meant, like, by saying possibly. And other stories about other characters that have nothing to do with My Little Pony. So anyways, bye!